Welcome to another video. And yesterday we decided to do some board presses. Well, we do have a bench block, as you will see very soon. But admittedly, we had been using a compressed cork yoga block for our quote-unquote board presses. So that's pretty much the height of a two-ply board, whatever you want to call it. And this is what we decided to stick to. We have to consider that I hadn't benched heavy up till my contest, from my contest end of June until yesterday. So that's about 5 to 6 weeks without any kind of maximal, near maximal. We're talking about a single, right? Big difference between a heavy set of 8 and a top single. Especially in terms of being mentally prepared. For me personally, for myself, I was always finding myself in those heavier single to triple. I always, had it. I'm not saying I'm amazing, but it was always mentally easier for me to be like, whatever, I don't care. I don't know what it is. The fact that it's that I ran conjugate, like pure conjugate, meaning maxing out upper body, lower body every week for nearly 3 years, and then doing it on and off since again in 19, since I came back to Greece, where I cannot really run a full conjugate system. And of course, a full explanation and 3 different programs on conjugate training, and I guess you can say the science of conjugate, the conjugate method, as the way Louis Simmons taught it, and of course filtered through my experiences, through my abilities and/or inabilities. So you can find that ebook, the first conjugate iron ebook that I wrote. You can find that in the description. You can click on my link tree and you will find my articles, which are doing very well. We're almost up to 3,500 views. And I'm extremely satisfied because it's an underground, it's a small fucking brand, right? What we've built is a very small underground brand, and I'm very, very proud of it. So anyway, this was our top single. That was 150 kilograms or 330 pounds. As you see, there's nobody in there. There's like a dude down there. You see the mirror? There was like one person. So my girl, we had to put the camera down. We had to set it on a bench and just keep it up, and keep it standing and take the video. Otherwise, I like to have a spot usually at 90% and above for my bench, because I got I got these permanent problems. My elbows, my wrists. I'm not like suffering, but obviously, been lifting for nearly 18 fucking years. So, I'm no spring chicken. That's for sure. As you just witnessed in the previous video, I tried to do some overhead tricep extensions, and that's where my elbow started screaming, like both right and left elbow. It's usually my right arm. It was very painful, and I'm usually well above what you saw in that video. I mean, there's nothing to prove, but I know what my strength is, and I was like, that's 40%, and I thought, if I'm suffering at 40%, because I want to train my elbows, my triceps. I don't want to just show up and exercise, what I mean? Triceps need to be hit hard, as well as, lats and quads, shit like these muscle groups that are super, super important during specific exercises. So triceps need to be hit hard all the time, if not most of the time. So what I did was switch to do something that is very elbow friendly. Obviously, it's an easier exercise. That's why it helps you. That's why it allows you to go heavier. You can overload the tricep rollbacks. You can also do them on the floor. You can do them on a gym mat. You can do them with a barbell. Of course, if the plates are too thick, then it's too high. It's like above your head. You're not really extending the tricep as much. But I enjoyed doing these. I haven't done them in many months. I don't even remember doing them this year. So it was a bit of an alternative. It's not the same as closer to benches or what we did a couple of last few weeks with the dumbbells or incline. But I thought we should mix it up and do some accessories on for triceps. You see the different dumbbell shapes, the different dumbbell sizes, because the dude in the blue shirt that just walked by, he was like occupying. He was like, "Oh, there you go. I'm keeping these." I'm like, "Okay, let's switch." And then I was like, "Are you done with this?" Like, yeah. So I went from heavier to lighter to a little bit heavier in the end. It was a little bit, bit of a confusing situation. Of course, that's fine. You cannot, you can always use exactly what you need. And there's another exercise which I haven't done in a long time, years, and I hope I'm doing it correctly. So that's like a standing crossover, pull down, cable crossover pull down. You can do them kneeling. Luckily, the cables were not that long. You can see if they're still tension, they're like the plates are not touching. They're not like resting on the rest of the pile. It's fine. If the cables are too long, you can do them seated. You can do them kneeling. My lats were very sore after this. You can see I'm squinting. It was quite painful actually, but in a nice way, right? From a muscular way, it was very intense. And if I look at you can see that smudge there from the belt. That's how sweaty we were in that fucking place. Not only is it empty, but they don't even bother with the vent. This is the shit we have to face every summer. Of course, we didn't train for the whole month of July, so that was a little bit easier, right? Because the fucking car broke down. But anyway, we finished with some front delts, and that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.